had our very first fish reported right out here, out in Leinster Bay. And then we started to see them over here in Leinster Bay. But I found them in all bays, in Salt Pond, found them out here in Hurricane Hole, Haulover, Brown Bay, Francis Bay, Maho Bay. We've also gotten them here in Lynn Point. The most concentration, the most fish that we've been finding are Leinster Bay and Maho Bay.
How big is the threat?
It's huge. It stands to devastate reefs and economy because of that. People come to see our coral reefs and our fish, and that's exactly what the lionfish is destroying. It eats all the juvenile fish right off of the reef, leaving the reef exposed to more algae growth, and then the coral eventually will die as well.
How many fish have we actually caught?
Around St. John has been about 30. In the USVI itself, the Corps has taken over 200 fish out of the water. Basically, I have a phone dedicated just to lionfish calls, and I get calls just about every day. With more people coming back for season, we're having a lot more people find them out there. You can certainly get stung. It is a venomous fish. Hasn't been known to be deadly in any circumstances, but extreme pain from the spines getting poked into. What it is it's a protein-based toxin. So the only way to neutralize that is by extreme heat, which a lot of times you don't have that around on the beach. So it's not putting vinegar on it or some of the other stories you've heard about taking care of jellyfish. It has to be extreme heat. That's really the only way to stop it. But you see all the spines that run down its back to where it turns into the very soft kind of speckled ones. Those front ones, those are all poisonous there. And then he also has 2 underneath his jaw and then 2 underneath its tail.
How did this get introduced into our waters here?
Well, basically it was intentional and unintentional. Hurricane Andrew devastated the coast of Florida about 18 years ago. And by having some aquariums that literally swept into the ocean, that's how some were introduced, and also other people were concerned for their tanks. They were out of power for a very long time, and they thought that they were being humane by dumping their saltwater tanks into the ocean to let the fish live, and had no idea what they were really introducing into the water. And then those fish slowly made it across there to the Bahamas, which is where they found much more of the reef fish that they like to eat so much, and then they just started to populate. They can make and drop eggs about 4,000 to 30,000 eggs in a brood per fish, and within 4 days they can do it again. And that's the kind of what we're looking at as the biggest problem. It's impervious to disease out in the waters. It can multiply rapidly. It's found a place where it's comfortable. And I don't think anyone's really seen anything like this happen.